What's up, guys? It's Sarah in Polish, and welcome to episode 5 of Hybridicious. So last week I asked you guys to leave a comment and tell me what kind of hybrid you wanted, what kind of players, what kind of league you want. And the most liked comment was to make a hybrid around Marquisio on Juventus, and I believe it was Benzema on Real Madrid. And I probably should have been more specific, but what I want to do is I want to make creative hybrids. I want to make hybrids, which you guys have never seen before, using players which you guys have never heard of, and using leagues that aren't that popular. And that's pretty much for two reasons. The first reason is it allows me to use players which I've never used before, and it's kind of funny using a new player, finding out underrated gems like some players. You look at the stats, you look at the card, it's not that interesting, but in game they're very good. And second of all, I want to be original with my teams. There's a lot of hybrid series going on YouTube, and I guess the only reason you'd watch my episodes is because I have these original hybrids, teams which you guys have never seen before. So that's basically it. So let's start off with the hybrid. It was a pretty creative team. I wanted to use the lower level leagues, so I ended up using the lower level Spanish, Italian, and German sides. And I was pretty happy with how it came out. It was really cheap. I think the most expensive player was the Brazilian midfielder on the left. He comes as a CAM, and I actually bought him converted to a CM for about 3K, so I thought it was very fortunate. But everyone else you guys could probably pick up for under 1K, and that's awesome. So let's start off with the players. At the striker position, I was very, very happy with how he played. David Rodriguez, Spanish, Liga Adelante, and I put him in there for chemistry purposes. He gave everyone 9 chemistry, and I was pleasantly surprised. He has a poacher, speed dribbler trait, and he's very much like a Gomez or like a Hunterlar. He's pretty pacey with 81 sprint speed, but he's also got 70 strength. So he could run by players, he could push players off, and he had like 75 or 74 finishing, which was really useful. And he's got a pretty sick bicycle kick right there. So I was pretty happy with how he played, and I picked him up for less than 1K, so he's definitely worth it. If you guys are into maybe Spanish silver teams or maybe Liga Adelante teams, I definitely recommend picking him up. Next player we had Orellana. He's a Chilean right wing, and he was definitely my favorite player on the team. Mainly it was his ball control. He didn't have any outstanding stats, stats which you look at and be like wow. But his ball control was solid, and I think a few skill runs are coming up with him. Just overall really good player, good ball control, and yeah, he was really fun to use. On the other side, we had Gilvan. He is a Brazilian, plays in the Liga Adelante as well. And what I usually do is I'll look at the stats prior to using the team, and it kind of gives me an indication of what the players are capable of. And I was shocked when I saw his stats. 95 agility, 85 sprint speed, 80 ball control, like 75 finishing, and his stats were just so much better than Orellana's. But he played so much worse, and it really goes to show you that stats don't mean shit. I mean, Gilvan, to be fair, like his weak stat was his 2-star weak foot, and it really let him down. His skill runs were good. I just couldn't finish with them, and I ended up using Orellana a lot more often. That's why you guys are going to see a lot more goals with him. And then let's move on to the midfield. We had Roberto in the middle, and then the Chilean player, I forget his name, I think it was Cordova. They were alright, nothing special. Cordova was pretty good at penalties, and I think he converted everyone for me. And Roberto did his job, holding midfielder, tackle, occasionally track back, and mark the guy. But who really stood out was Chavo, I believe. He has the playmaker trait, and I was pleasantly surprised with his ability to like run up the field, make passes, make plays, and as you can see right there, gets by a few players, and he scores a pretty nice long shot. And he's got sick long shot stats. He's got like 80 long shot, 84 shot power. However, he does not have the trait, and I think that has a big effect. So overall, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will be uploading more frequently. And if you guys are interested in player stats or more specific, descriptions, check out the description. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed.